I got a question for you. Should an out-of-form player simply be dropped? Ben Simmons is currently in the worst form of his life, and people are talking about axing him completely from the 76ers. In the end, the question does not matter if the team management decides Ben has to go, but who do you trade him for? Ben's defense is not the issue, but his shooting is probably the worst it has been his entire life. We went and looked at the issues plaguing Ben Simmons, the 76ers, and what it has to do with the retractable roof. Enjoy the video. Ben Simmons' career with the 76ers might be over, and here's why. Before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos that we post. A short background on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is an Australian professional basketball player who has a net worth of $6 million. Simmons was born in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia in July 1996. He is a 6'10" point guard and forward who played at the Monteverde Academy in high school, where he was named Mr. Basketball USA, the Gatorade Player of the Year, the Naismith Prep Player of the Year, a McDonald's All-American, and First Team Parade All-American in 2015. Simmons played his college basketball at LSU, where he was named SEC Freshman of the Year, USBWA National Freshman of the Year, and was First Team All-Sec and Consensus First Team All-American 2016. He was drafted number 1 overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2016 NBA Draft. Simmons was the first NBA Rookie of the Year and an NBA All-Rookie First Team selection in 2018, and was an NBA All-Star in 2019. He moved to the United States in 2013 while he was in high school. His career declined. On the 23rd of October 2019, in the 2019-20 NBA season opener against divisional rivals the Boston Celtics, Simmons scored 24 points on 68% shooting and recorded 9 assists and 8 rebounds in a 107/93 win. On the 22nd of November, he went on to record his first triple-double of the season and his 24th of his career after recording 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 13 assists in a 115/104 win over the San Antonio Spurs. His good fortune continued as of December 7th. Simmons scored a career-high 34 points while making 12 out of 14 shots in a 141/94 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, which included his second NBA career three-pointer. Then on the 23rd of December, Simmons recorded yet another triple-double, this time completing the feat while recording a career-high 17 assists in a win over the Detroit Pistons. Things were going great. Remember, he was the first pick during his NBA draft. Things went well for a while, as on January 20th, 2020, Simmons scored 34 points and recorded 12 assists and 12 rebounds in a 117/111 win over the Brooklyn Nets. Then by the 30th of January, it was announced Simmons had been awarded with his second All-Star appearance. Simmons was drafted by Team LeBron and went on to score 17 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds in a Team LeBron win. In a 22nd February game against the Milwaukee Bucks, Simmons left the game in the first quarter with an apparent lower back injury. It was revealed Simmons had a nerve pinched in his lower back, and his team listed him as out for an extended period of time. Simmons was sidelined until the NBA returned after pausing play due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Simmons returned to play on the 1st of August 2020 during the NBA bubble, where he scored 19 points, added 13 assists, and 5 rebounds in a loss to the Indiana Pacers. Simmons sat out of the playoffs due to a knee injury, and the 76ers were eliminated 4-0 by the Boston Celtics. Things were not going so great anymore. Still, following the season, Simmons was a 2020 NBA steals leader and named to the All-NBA third team and the NBA All-Defensive first team. People still believed in his abilities. He seemed on track when, on the 15th of February 2021, Simmons recorded a double-double with a career-high 42 points and 12 assists in a 134/123 loss to the Utah Jazz. Then, things started going south for Simmons. During the playoffs, Simmons struggled at the free throw line and became the worst free throw shooter in postseason history, with at least 67 attempts, surpassing both Wilt Chamberlain 38% and Shaquille O'Neal 37.4%. Following a Game 7 loss in the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Atlanta Hawks, Simmons came under heavy scrutiny due to his inability to shoot and lack of aggressiveness on offense. Simmons only took 3 field goal attempts in the final quarter, failing to attempt a single shot in the fourth quarter in 5 out of 7 games. Simmons' poor performance against the Atlanta Hawks. Simmons and the 76ers were subjected to boos following their shock 103-96 loss to the Atlanta Hawks, who won Game 7 to advance to the Eastern Conference Final 4-3. This is the first time since 1994 that both the number 1 seeds in the NBA playoffs failed to make the conference finals. After another failed run at a first NBA title since 1983, Simmons was particularly in the firing line, having attempted just 4 shots for 5 points in the series decider, while tallying 13 assists and 8 rebounds. Actually, his stats have been getting worse in the playoffs rather than better. In terms of 7 games against the Hawks, Simmons' stats have gotten again worse. From game 1 to 7, his stats read as follows: 13.7, 13.7, 13, 12.1, and then a terrible 5 points per game. His turnovers were 2.9, 2.9, 0.5, and then got slightly better with 1.4 and 2.0. His rebound numbers started off with 7.4, 7.4, 5.0, and then got better with 5.4 and 8.0 for the final game. For some reason, he just seemed to forget how to shoot a basket. The debate around Simmons, an elite defender and creator, centers on his offense or lack thereof, with the 76ers often handicapped by his unwillingness to shoot. Rumors of being out of form, having a focus problem, to match fixing abound. The match fixing rumors are, however, absurd for a man with a net worth of $6 million. He has a $26 million guaranteed salary with the 76ers. Nobody like that would get involved in match fixing, would they? Asked if he thought Simmons could be a guard on a championship team, Coach Rivers told reporters post-game, "I don't know the answer to that right now. I don't know. He struggled from the free-throw line, and that became a factor in the series. There's no doubt about that. Still believe in him. But we have work to do. We're gonna have to get in the gym, put a lot of work in, and go from there." It remains to be seen whether Simmons, who had at least 8 assists and a half for the third time in his career, the most performances by a 76ers player since 1996 to 97, will be in Philadelphia for the 2021-22 season. Simmons was reportedly at the center of trade talks in January as the 76ers tried to acquire James Harden from the Houston Rockets before Eastern Conference rivals Brooklyn Nets prized the former MVP to the Barclays Center. Booed by 76ers fans, with videos circulating on social media of some supporters burning Simmons jerseys, the Australian said, "I love being in Philly. I love this organization. The fans are great people. I had a bad series. I expect that. It's Philly." Philadelphia team Joel Embiid, 31 points and 11 rebounds in the game, also appeared to aim a shot at Simmons following the postseason elimination. Simmons passed on a wide open dunk during the closing stages against the Hawks instead of passing to Matisse Thybulle, who was fouled and made just 1 of 3 free throws. "I'll be honest," MVP runner-up Embiid said, "I thought the turning point was when I don't know how to say it, but I thought the turning point was when we had an open shot and we made 1 free throw. We didn't get a good possession on the other end, and Trae Young came back and he made a 3, and then from there down 4, it's on me. I turned the ball over and tried to make something happen from the perimeter, but I thought that was the turning point." What was his part in the Australian national team? Ben Simmons is set to pull out of the Tokyo Olympics after a performance so bad Shaquille O'Neal said he would have knocked him out, dealing Australia's medal hopes a devastating blow. Ben Simmons is unlikely to play in the Tokyo Olympics for Australia after his terrible performance in the NBA Finals. Simmons, 24, had his NBA season finish in a devastating fashion. It seems like Simmons has had a lack of form. These times happen in the lives of most sports stars. It all depends on the ability of Rivers and the rest of his assistants to see if they can help save Simmons' career, or rather let him go. It may just happen that once he's gone, his form returns, for a number of reasons. Simmons kind of blamed his form on the retractable roof of the stadium. For some reason, the roof influenced his shooting ability, according to him. That's it for the video. What do you think about the way Simmons choked under pressure? Or did he choke? Or was it something else? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Be so as kind to return for our next video, and until then, take care.